Hey guys, today I made the chest set portion of Daya's stand California King bed. I already made the actual stand back in February, so check out the description below for the link. I'll be using this UV resin and the sphere molds to make the crystal ball portion of the chest pieces. I usually use Japanese UV resin, but I was eager to make this and I didn't want to wait a couple weeks for the delivery to come through, so I bought this brand from my local Michaels. These are the reference photos I'll be using that have spoilers, so please skip if you don't want to see them. I practiced drawing the inserts and made sure that they were according to size. Then I redrew them and drew over the pencil with pen and made sure the back of the paper was the same as the front. Paper doesn't last in resin, so I laminated them using this laminating paper and cut out the inserts as close to the edge I could before it would separate. I then mixed 2 bottles of teal and 1 bottle of clear UV resin to get the color I wanted. I poured a little bit of resin into the mold so when I hold the insert into place, there's an anchor. I used tweezers to hold the insert and cured it under the UV ray light. After the first cure, I filled in the mold and I cured it a couple more times. Unfortunately, the stickiness of the UV resin didn't fully go away, so I stuck all the pieces I made under the sun outside, and I made extra jewelry pieces with what was left over. And this is what the completed crystal balls look like. Now onto the actual chessboard. I measured out the length of the board and drew all the squares, and I carefully painted each one to look as perfect as possible. And here is the finished chessboard. I made sure to paint the edges too so that there's a seamless look. Now moving on to the actual chess pieces. I drew out how the pieces look so I could get a grasp of the general shape and height and got started on the first one. A couple weeks ago, I made a practice chess piece and figured out what I needed to do. I needed to make the crystal bigger for the insert and add a wire in the middle for support. I made the base and top of the cat one first so I know the process, so I can factory style assemble the rest. Here's the first one I completed. As you can see on the underside, I made sure to put a wire so the chest piece won't fall apart. I assembled all the bases first, and then I assembled the tops. Here's what they look like before they go in the oven. I painstakingly sculpted each one off camera because it took way too long to make the top parts. Enjoy these close-up shots of each piece. Now that they are baked and cooled, it's time to paint them with a navy color. This is where I made a mistake. I completely forgot to make the chest piece parts for the Yasuo one, so I made that off screen again and glued the pieces that were ready while I waited for that one to finish baking. And here is a Yasuo chest piece, painted and cooled. I glued everything together to complete the project. And here is the finished sculpture. I actually sat at my desk for about 3 days straight working on this project. California King Bed has a special place in my heart because it was the first stand that I ever sculpted from JoJo, and it was the beginning of my journey of sculpting and creating content for you guys. And with these pieces I created, I even tried to cosplay as Daya, but the only pink shirt I had was Doppio one, so you can see that at the end of this video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Catch up with me at all my socials that are in the description box below. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and thank you again for watching this process video. Bye!